Hello, welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Tags. I'm your paleo teacher, Jen, and it's time for Fossil Friday. And it's time to look at our last Ice Age protagonist, Diego. Smilodon lived in North and South America during the Pleistocene epoch, 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. The first species, S. populator, was found in Brazil in 1842 and named by Danish-Brazilian paleontologist Peter Wilhelm Lund. Nearly 30 years later, Joseph Leidy found Smilodon remains in North America, specifically in Texas. He named them Felis fatalis, the then used genus for most cats. But eventually, Edward Drinker Cope noticed that the molars were identical to Lund's Smilodon and proposed the genus be reassigned as Smilodon fatalis. Cope also discovered a third species, Smilodon gracilis, in Pennsylvania. Smilodon lived in a variety of habitats, from open grassland to closed forest to marginal woodland grasslands. During the Pleistocene, something known as the Great American Biotic Interchange occurred. This was the immigration of North American animals to South America and South American animals to North America. For example, giant sloths originated in South America and moved into North America. Likewise, Smilodon started in North America and moved to South America. This means that a lot of American Pleistocene animals lived alongside a wide variety of other Pleistocene animals. Now, Smilodon fatalis is best known from the La Brea tar pits in LA, where it has been found alongside camelops, a type of camel, steppe bison or longhorned bison, dwarf pronghorn, flat-headed peccary, elk and shrub ox, as well as mule deer, pronghorn, badgers, black bear, American cheetahs, American lions, bobcats, cougars, dire wolves, jaguars, short-faced bears, grizzly bears, and another saber-toothed cat called Homotherium, who has much smaller canines. And of course, mammoths and ground sloths were also present. There is even a single human known as the La Brea woman, so we know they lived alongside people as well. Smilodon populator lived alongside Megatherium, Glyptodon, Macrauchenia, Toxodon, and Arctotherium. Smilodon belongs in the class Mammalia, the infraclass Placentalia, the order Carnivora, the superfamily Phalloidea, the family Felidae, the subfamily Machaerodontinae, and the tribe Smilodontidae. Smilodon gracilis was the smallest species at about 121 to 220 pounds, or 55 to 100 kilograms. This puts it in the ballpark of about jaguar size. It was also the oldest species, likely evolving into the other two. S. fatalis was between 350 and 620 pounds, or 160 to 280 kilos, with varying sizes depending on the climate. It was similar in size to lions. And then S. populator was the largest species at weights between 490 and 880 pounds, or 220 to 400 kilos. Smilodon is more robust than today's big cats. It had reduced lumbar vertebrae, so the vertebrae over here. It had very high scapulae. As you can see, its shoulders go pretty high. It has a short tail and broad limbs with relatively short feet with fully retractable claws. And of course, its most famous feature is the long canine teeth, the longest of which were 11 inches. And in case you're wondering, here's Smilodon. That's a Tyrannosaurus Rex tooth, and they're on par with each other, and T-Rex was hella bigger. So, wild that they had teeth this big. Smilodon was an apex predator in its environment. It was designed to eat large mammals such as bison, camels, and toxodonts, even caimans. And it was likely an ambush predator, like most cats. Though it is still heavily debated about how they went about killing their prey. One thing is certain, they had a much weaker bite force than most modern big cats, so they're probably not using their mouth to do a lot of the killing. Maybe. We're still not sure. There's also a lot of debate on whether Smilodon was social, living in packs, or whether it was solitary. Well, thanks for coming to today's lesson, and make sure that you tune in Monday to learn about the mineral sylvite. Have a good weekend, and fossilized you later.